This was an exam to select geniuses, yet the test paper contained no conventional questions. For instance, if a sheep and an elephant fall from a great height simultaneously, and you can only save one, who would you choose? Faced with such bizarre questions, Jack answered he would save the elephant first, because the elephant might catch the sheep. Soon the exam concluded, and the teacher announced the list of qualifiers on the spot.
Reynard Muldoon.
Thus Jack became the sole victor of this round. Luckily, advancing to the second screening, the examiner posed another question. There are 3 switches on the wall. Only one turns on the light upstairs. Given you can only go upstairs once to check, how do you determine which switch is correct? A girl immediately raised her hand to answer, claiming based on her rock-paper-scissors experience, that the first switch must be the correct one. The examiner declared it wrong. Suddenly Jack raised his hand and said, just turn on the first switch. 10 minutes later turn it off and turn on the second switch. Then run upstairs to check. If the light is on, the answer is the second switch. If the light is off but the switch feels warm, it's the first switch. If neither of those happens, then it's the third switch. This reasoning earned immediate praise, but the next second, Gina behind him proposed an even simpler method. According to building code regulations, the distance between switches and doors must be exactly 3 centimeters. Clearly only the second switch is genuine, though she was cutting corners. The examiner still passed her. The next day brought the third round of competition, but when Jack opened the exam paper, he froze instantly. The questions were incredibly tricky, some using terms he'd never even heard before. One candidate broke down and ran out of the exam hall. Jack wasn't faring much better, but after sitting for 40 minutes, he suddenly recalled the rule the teacher had announced, to read the questions carefully. Jack hurriedly compared the text on the exam paper, and realized the answers were hidden within the questions themselves. With this epiphany, he quickly began answering, finally finishing just before the deadline. Jack once again became the sole qualifier for this round. While he waited, qualifiers from other exam rooms entered, including Gina from earlier. Through conversation they learned Mike hadn't discovered the test's secret. He'd scored perfect marks purely through knowledge, but Gina claimed she couldn't answer a single question, having only helped the teacher shoo away disruptive parents. So the teacher made an exception and let her in. 2 other students also advanced. All 5 who passed the written test were now present. The 4th stage was no longer a written exam, but a test of both physical strength and mental agility. The room was covered with tiles of 3 different colors. The challenge required them to reach the opposite side, without stepping on any black or white squares.